Another warm welcome back to Jetlag and Coffee. This is episode 6 already, and we're only into day 2 of my fabulous trip to Mumbai and Goa. My wonderful guide Ravi is taking me on the train from the Ravi Slum into the heart of Mumbai and a beautiful garden up on a hill that we will see later in the video. If you like my content, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. I will be really happy to answer all your questions, and I have lots more content coming, so stay tuned and have fun watching this episode.
Stand here. Don't lean out and hold these handles. This one especially. Hold these handles again. Then don't lean out. Also travel videos. Normally, if you just have to... Normally if you do like a travel vlog, you always have the camera and you talk to the camera. But Mumbai is really loud, so you would have to do it as later on, you know, over the video.
Okay, yes, over the video.
Voice over. Yeah.
Voice over.
Yeah.
Well, the station which is about to come, that's one of the main junctions
Oh, okay.
of the city. And you might see, it doesn't matter how many people get on in any other station, but especially on this train station, it's always very crowded.
Or busy.
It's always very busy. Especially in this area. This Dadar is very much well known for its market.
As you can see, the doors are always open, but this is just a suburb train. I have no clue if the other trains going nationwide also have the doors open. But it was kind of odd feeling, but after a while you get used to it. And also they have wagons just for women, because sometimes, from what I hear, I haven't noticed anything in particular, but what I hear is that women sometimes get molested, or I don't know, so it must have a reason that they have just wagons for women. I never seen a conductor on the train, and the prices for one ticket was really low compared to our standards. It was like 60 cents.
What does it mean? The sign, there was a crab on the sign.
That was for the
Here,
train.
wheelchair and a crab.
Yes, sir. Crab means Kirk and Kirk means cancer.
Okay. So, for what is the sign?
That is for the. That compartment is specially for the people who are deceased,
Oh, okay.
disabled.
Disabled. Oh.
Indian society is not yet ready to accept the trans, because of which I would say these people they beg
Yeah.
in the train, so that if you are not willing to give us the job, at least you can give us some money so that we can survive.
Okay.
So usually they come in the train and they ask for the money, and they don't have any certain amount of money which they ask. Even if you give them 1 rupees, they are happy.
So, I hear if you're not nice to them, they will curse you. Also.
Yes. Usually, they believe in spirituality,
Yeah.
and you might be knowing that usually what happens is that for the men, we do the semen retention to increase the spiritual power.
Okay.
And for them, it's already like too much of semen retention, and that turns into the spiritual power. Because now they don't have any lust for the men and neither for the woman.
Oh, okay.
So they don't have any negativity.
Okay. And do you believe it?
Well, in the village, yes, but not in the city. In the city, the God is the business. Near to the river, because of which that area is to get called as Dhobi Ghat.
Dhobi Ghat.
And even though they are not near the river, they still want to be called as Dhobi Ghat, even when they can say wherever they do this laundry,
Yeah.
you can say as a whole, you can say in this huge business. So this is Dhobi Ghat, one of the Dhobi Ghats of Mumbai city. In total, we have got 3. One is in central Mumbai, in which we are right now.
Yeah.
One is in south, and one is in north Mumbai. And this central Mumbai Dhobi Ghat is actually known as Mahalakshmi Dhobi Ghat. So Mahalakshmi, she is the goddess of fortune in Hinduism, and she has got a temple nearby, because of which this whole area is named after her, and plus the Dhobi Ghat as well. So it is the Mahalakshmi Dhobi Ghat, the largest Dhobi Ghat of the world.
This one.
This one, with 800 to 900 families
Okay.
living in and doing this particular job.
Some part of your income to poor people.
Yes, sir. I do charity. You can say every day. Like if there is anyone who is hungry,
Yeah.
I'll take them with I'll have lunch with them.
Yeah.
Or else if I've got if I see any discount offers going on in the clothing market,
Yes.
I buy like 5-10 t-shirts, and I give them to the homeless people.
Yes. Always different people.
Always different, not in particular. Like whoever I see, that I give.
Okay.
Because if you remember one person that you have done charity with, then it's not charity, because charity has to be done without, you can say, without like putting in your mind that it doesn't mean that when I meet that person I can say that it's like it doesn't appear in your feeling that I've given charity to this person, because charity is something that you do and you forget.
Okay. That's charity.
That's charity.
You do it and you forget it. Okay. So is that part of your being Hinduism? Is that part of your
I
belief?
think it's a part of every human being, because charity is the only thing, according to me, like charity is the only thing which is which separates us from the other animals.
It's true.
Because when it
Very
comes
right.
to knowledge,
Yes.
when it comes to reproduction, when it comes to staying up with the nature,
Yeah.
animals are doing better than the humans.
They are. Yeah. That's true.
We are actually disrupting the knowledge, disrupting the nature, all doing all the bad things, but the only good quality which we have and the animals don't is the charity.
Oh. It's a wise thing to say. I never thought about it like that.
And I mostly do the charity who don't have it, rather than like if you are sufficient enough, then I would say that you are quite enough to understand that you can earn more than that.
Yeah.
If you have enough.
But you know, you don't need more than one scooter, you don't need more than one car, you don't need more than one watch. Everything is too much. Yeah. So these people are collecting your laundry in Ravi slum, or do you have to bring it someplace?
No, in Dharavi slum itself. So yesterday when you did the slum tour, the Kavita might have shown you that Iron Man. The
Yeah.
person who does the iron.
Yeah.
Near that wires and the water pipe and everything.
Yeah.
That ironing man takes my clothes.
Oh, he takes it.
He
Okay.
takes my clothes and he sends it to this particular people. He gets it washed. He irons later. And that
Oh.
is what I collected.
He's doing the ironing.
Yes, sir.
Not by himself. Yeah.
By himself, I think. He does ironing by himself.
All of it.
Yes.
It's crazy.
It's quite good because he like by doing ironing every day, I think he actually managed to do that thing very quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
He does like ironing for each minute one shot. Done. And plus the ironing size of the iron is actually even more. The size of the iron is even more heavy.
It's heavy. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I lifted it. Hello, sir.
Come on. There you go, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was named with Mumbai. It became the headquarters of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai, MCGM.
So what is the building now?
It collected taxes from the local citizens and put those taxes into the betterment of the city, like local development, local like the water supply, like electricity supply. All these things are actually controlled and maintained by this particular building. And the statue in front of it is the statue of Sir Firoz Shah Mehta, the guy who built that hanging gardens which we came from.
Okay.
So he was the first mayor of the city and the main chairman of the municipal corporation back then.
You know this guy?
Yes, this is the company which I used to work before.
Oh, he works for the terrible boss.
So this is that beautiful train station which I was telling you about. So here we go, this is the beautiful train station.
Yeah, it's
So the train system here in India were brought by the Britishers.
yeah.
That was one of the things which I like about the Britishers.
The good things.
Yes, sir. The good things brought by the Britishers. And they wanted to make an headquarter for the train system which they built here in India.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, but it's like Victorian times.
Yes, sir. The name itself was Victoria Terminus.
Oh, okay.
The construction of this building was started in the year in 1878 and it got ended in the year in 1888. And this was the headquarters, so it was originally named as the GIPR, which has the full form of Great Indian Peninsula Railways. So this main building was the residential for the British headquarters officers, and that wall section was the main terminal. And we got independence on 15th of August 1947 from the Britishers. So after the independence, all of these British buildings were undertaken by the Indian government. Even after the independence, we used it for the same purpose. which is the headquarters for the Central Railways and the office building for the railway employees. And after 1990s, it also got recognized by the UNESCO. So it's UNESCO World Heritage Site. So and that wall section is still the main halt, the main terminal. But all of these British names got changed into Indian names after 1996.
Oh.
So after 1996, it got named after one of the famous kings here in India, was originally from this particular state, named Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
Okay.
That's the same name of the airport by which he came in.
Yeah.
That's Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport. And this is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, which is the largest train station in all of Asia with 18 platforms. 18. In which it is parallel to each other, in which first 7 platforms is only for the local trains running within the city, and 11 platforms is for the express trains going to different cities and different states of India. And the architectural design, it is Victorian Gothic, but you can still tell that it is made by the Indians by some Indian textures on it. So you see a peacock above the window.
Yeah, I see it.
Peacock is the national bird of India, which tells that it is made by the Indians. And when you see the main gate, you can see a statue of a lion and a statue of a tiger. Lion is the national animal of Great Britain, and tiger is the national animal of India. Tells the relationship between
Bengali.
Bengal tiger, yes sir. Bengal tiger is the national animal of India. Tells the relationship between India and England. And when you see the main clock, that is actually closed, but we can search it in Google. That is the front face of the CHT, and here we can see the central clock. And below the central clock, there is a blank space.
Yeah.
There used to be one statue of Queen Victoria, which got added in the year in 1888. Because in 1888, as the construction of this building got done, but in that same year, Queen Victoria also completed her 50th year of being an Empress of England. So to give the tribute, they made one statue of Queen Victoria in the center of the building, and as well as they named it after Queen Victoria as of Queen Victoria Terminal, for which this I can say this station became very much famous as Victoria Terminus, VT.
Yeah.
But all of these statues of the British officers and the Britishers, by the way, were removed after 1996, after the independence. So it got shifted, especially the Victoria statue got shifted in the art, I can say, in the museum, which is in the Central Gardens, in the Central Mumbai. But in the same day, during the night, that statue got stolen. Till now, nobody knows where the statue is. I can say it's still a mystery, by the way. So the garden in which right now, as I told you, the official name, it is Sir Firoz Shah Mehta Garden. But because of the big name, usually people call it as Hanging Gardens.
Hanging Gardens.
Yes, we have got like some reasons why it is called as hanging. The first reason is people come here to hang out.
Okay. Make out or hang out? You know the difference?
Hang out.
You know the
Make
difference?
out
It's something
in
else.
some places.
Okay. So you know.
Yes, I do. So not make out garden, hanging garden.
Hang out. Okay.
So, but the common, like the most common reason why it is called as hanging gardens is that we are on the hills right now,
Okay.
and we are on the hills, and this garden is on the hills.
Oh, okay.
And as we see from the normal ground level, it feels like it is hanging on the hills, because of which it is there. By the way, the rainwater which is collected down in the water, like it's a water tank, and this garden, it actually covers these water tanks.
Okay.
And very much next to us, whereas that's the starting point where we came from, and this is the end point of the garden. And this white wall which you see behind the white wall, that whole area is the resting place of the Persians.
The Persians. Okay.
Yes, sir. So all of the religions which I counted, like Hinduism, Islamic, Christians, Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Persians, and then Jewish, which is the Judaism. So every single religion has got their own specific way for resting the dead bodies. Whereas in Hinduism, we cremate the body, so it's cremation ground. And in Islamic and Christianity, it's both the burials, but with the coffin and without the coffin.
Yes.
But the Persians, they have got very unique method of resting the dead bodies. So what they do is that resting place is known as Tower of Silence,
Tower of
which
Silence.
is 5 times bigger than the garden.
So this is an entrance to the
To the
water
tank.
reservoir.
Not the entrance, I would say, but the water accessible,
Yeah. Okay.
which is actually taken out, and they actually spray the water on this garden, and as well as it is sent to the Malabar Hills, and as well as to the neighborhood of it.
Yeah.
So that resting place is Tower of Silence, which is there is no tower inside, it's only the name, and that is 5 times bigger than the garden,
Oh,
and which is actually a forest.
this way.
Yes, sir. That's actually a forest, and in between the forest, they have this huge circular empty ground covered up with the huge walls open from above.
Yeah.
So these people, they think of this human body as a loan taken from the earth. So they want to repay it back to the earth again. Whereas they are non-vegetarians, so they want to repay it back to animals as well. So that empty ground which I told you, whenever somebody dies in that religion, they just take their body and put it into that ground as it is.
Just
So
put it
that
on top. Okay.
just I can say just lay the body on the top of it, so that it can be eaten by the eagles, vultures, and the kites,
Oh man.
and the rest of the human body can be decomposed by the earth. So that is why you see
Lots of-
eagles, kites are flying about that area.
So the parts of the deceased persons are in the stomach of the flying birds.
Yes, sir.
Well,
And back then, before this, I can say before this ground, or I can say before this garden was made, the water tanks, they were quite open. And just not to contaminate the water by dropping the human flesh
yes.
into it, Sir Firoz Shah Mehta decided to make one beautiful garden above it, so that it can be used by the locals, and it can also prevent the water contamination.
So now the water is basically drinkable, or
Yeah, definitely, sir, it is drinkable water, because
for you guys?
well, yes, but municipal corporation, it is actually supplied by the municipal corporation, and they maintain a particular pH of level of pH.
Yeah.
So so the water is a little bit more alkaline. But so it was built by the first Prime Minister of India, named Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Because when he became the first Prime Minister, he had to visit every main cities of India. So he visited Bombay as well. And here in Bombay, he was a very, I can say, British influenced person. So he visited every other gardens. But he didn't see any of the gardens specially made for the kids, because of which he decided to make this park and named it after his wife, Kamala Nehru. By the way, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Kamala Nehru are the parents of Indira Gandhi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
So, so this park was built for the children. Whereas the birthday of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru is also celebrated as Children's Day here in India. That is 14th of November.
Yeah. Thank you.
Maharaja Plum. Indian air condition.
Thank you.
So which country?
Germany.
Guck mal bitte.
Guck mal bitte.
How?
Ein V, ja?
How viel? Danke schön. Kleine. Next heuer.
Ich habe keine Freundin.
No, voll. Nein, kaputt in back. Uncle, sambar chal roko maybe higher. So very nice. I'm kaputt in back. Wunderbar. Only euro.
Thank you.
Euro.
Thank you.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
Tschüss.
Tschüss.
Maybe later. Anka.
Choose matlab brother, right? Choose means brother. Choose matlab brother, na?
Tschüss means bye.
Okay.
Like informal bye.
A particular rhyme, nursery rhyme, which goes like, the old lady lives in the shoe. She had too many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them broth without any bread, and she gave them all and put them to bed.
Okay. Nice.
But apart from the shoe house, this whole park is very much famous for the view, but it is too much foggy. So you might not see the perfect marine drive.
Yeah.
but from here we can tell that we are on the hills.
Yeah, it's pretty high up.